In this video, in Unit 1, we're going to look at Section 1.6, ordering numbers using place value, and 1.7, rounding numbers using place value. So here, in both cases, we use place value, but something else you can also do in your classroom that we originally had in here, but it just got too long, was using base blocks. So these are some general descriptions of how we order, and you're probably familiar with these. We may scan for the smallest numbers, 32 and 37, and the largest numbers, or we can start with the largest place value and then move to the right to determine which is largest and which is smallest. Okay, but as far as ordering goes, they're usually pretty good at ordering numbers, whole numbers that is, but something you might want to try if you have the base blocks out. So say we want to compare 120, say 119. Okay. And again, they're probably good at this with whole numbers, but we really want to build these ideas for when they get to numbers they're going to find more difficult. Okay. You can have them compare them using the base blocks, and you've probably noticed in the past there's a 9 here. They see the 9, especially with decimals, not as much with whole numbers, but they say, hey, 9 is bigger, and they ignore the place value and that there's a 2 in the tens place as opposed to the 1. So having them represent numbers with base blocks and comparing can help, because they'll see that these base blocks physically will actually be smaller than an entire rod. So it'll go up to here if they line them up. So their base blocks are proportional, so that can help them see. Okay. And then we have rounding numbers using place value. Okay, so we have them use place value charts here and round to different values. I still see students in upper level classes have problems with rounding, especially with decimals. And again, it can be a little bit easier with whole numbers, but you want to build these ideas now and extend them later. So something you can do as far as rounding is if they have 133, okay, if you want them to round this to the hundreds place, okay, you can have them use flats and see that it's between 1 and 2 flats. And then you can ask them, well, which one of these is 133 closer to? So here they would have to take away 33 to get to 1 flat. Here they'd have to add, let's see, 6 more rods and 7 flats, or 7 units. 6 rods, 7 units. So they would have to add more to get to the 2 flats than they would have to take away. So we would round in this direction. Number lines are great for this too. If this is 100, as long as they're somewhat to scale, which is another idea you'll really want to work with them on. So I put 133 here. You as a teacher know this isn't perfect. 150 is around there-ish. Okay, but noticing that the 133 is closer to 100 than it is to 200, we would round down. Okay, and you could do the same thing with tens places and ones places. And in the next videos, we're going to start on operations.